This episode of Savage Sessions is brought to you and produced by Radio Salad Studios. We are an actual play podcast dedicated to tabletop role-playing games of all shapes and sizes. So strap in, grab your dice, and let the epic journey begin. And without further ado, on with the show. We at Radio Salad Studios are strong supporters of our friends at Red Juice Studios. They produce some great shows and could produce yours too. If you have an idea on a podcast and you're not sure where to go, these guys can help. Check out their stuff at redjuicestudio.com. There's a cool kitty cat on the splash page. Go see it now.
Our opening shot takes us over top of the illustrious East Texas University. We see the college campus below us. We see, it's evening out. The campus is, surprisingly, very active, as it is the first active day of the year. As his camera swaying back and forth and dips down through the crowds, there are milling around students by the dorm rooms, talking, getting to know each other, and we overhear some of them. They must be upperclassmen because they're talking about the freshies, the freshmen, and I wonder how they're dealing with the sweat lodge. And the two of them laugh and they turn their gaze towards a large concrete structure not far away. This is the Roost. There are hardly any windows in the Roost except along the very top of it. And from one of the windows, there's a bit of a plume of black smoke. Very thin, but it's starting to rise out. Camera goes to the roof of the Roost, and on the roof there is a goat. The goat turns, looks at the camera, buzz, and it looks down. The camera follows the goat's gaze as it goes down along the side to that window, through the window, and as soon as it goes through the window, that's when we can hear the yelling and the screaming. At first it's faint, and it gets a little louder. And as we go down, through the catwalks and the lighting and all that fun stuff, and we go over top of the indoor arena itself. The Roost, inside anyway, is one of the crown jewels of ETU. It is not a crown jewel now. It's become a venerable death trap to the young students that are currently inside. We see an arc of flame go across the screen. We hear more screams. We see students pushing away from chairs and moving away from walls. There's another arc of flame. We see students diving to the ground. And then we see the stampede as people are trying to desperately go up the concrete steps to the ground floor. Camera pivots around and we see the stage. The band has already abandoned the stage. They've already run off. We can see what's left of them trailing behind, yelling for the other bandmates to quit being pricks and wait for me. And there's a lone figure on the stage. And it's the Warlock. And he's absolutely gleeful as he watches the flame runes begin to ignite on the wall, on the chairs. The flames arch up and they start to cascade in just absolute bizarre fashion, hitting each other and knotting themselves together. His hands are raised high and he continues his chant. And he sees people are running up the stairs. He stops chanting and he pulls from his security guard belt a small remote. On the bottom of the remote, it says authorized personnel only. And he hits a red button. And as the students are running up, the emergency gates close on the 4 exits that the students need to leave the auditorium proper or the arena proper. Couple of students dive underneath. One husky student tries to slide and he actually gets caught. And he starts to scream and he's continuing to scream as the gate is trying to come down. Thankfully, it stops. It doesn't crush the poor kid. But he's in extreme pain and he's screaming. People are trying to squeeze on the sides of him instead of helping him up or help pull him out. Other students are grabbing onto the chain link that has been coming down. They're tugging and pulling. And then they start getting smashed up against it. The screams take on a whole new panic. And the camera pivots. We see the flames shoot across. We hear more of the screams. And one of the flames goes directly at the screen. It collides with it, and it leaves a scorch mark. And in the negative space, we see the letters ETU. And we go into our opening credits.
Hello, players, and welcome to Savage Sessions, a production of Radio Salad Studios. My name is E.E. Morris, and we'll be your host, along with Chucky T, Big Stompy Robot, Nate, Miss Rainey, and our mascot, Toads McGoat, for East Texas University, the Sweat Lodge, powered by Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, a product of Pinnacle Entertainment. Visit them for all your role-playing needs. Now, as is tradition here at Savage Sessions, if there's any in-game currency, we like to give our players with a little bit more. And for this system, that comes in the form of bennies. These are points that the players can spend to do cool and crazy things in the game. Like die. No, not die. Don't die. The players have their current bennies, and they may now gain The players have their current pennies and may now gain a little bit more by giving us a 60-second recap of the last episode from the player's perspective. Who would like to go?
Oh, Nate, you're up, bud. You're on the clock.
Hi, I'm Hernando. Everyone knows me. Everyone loves me. I'm sitting with my new bestie, Bambi. And I think we might actually die. I genuinely, there's like 2 big guys. Bambi just won't shut up. I'm listening to something so I don't like bleed out my eardrums. And I don't know where everyone else is. Genuinely, where's the security at this school?
That's an awesome question. That's fantastic. I love it. Who would like to go next? Go ahead.
You have an answer for my question, Chuck?
Oh, I do have an answer for your question, actually. And I'm going to be very happy to tell you it shortly. Go ahead, Miss Rainey, ladies next.
I'm playing Bambi Fanshaw, and the way I'm playing her, when last we saw her, she is what's the word? Screaming, and we have here a rare opportunity to use one of the edges or hindrances, depending on how you look at it. No, it's definitely an edge of being a big old screamer. So we're excited to see how this Banshee-like approach plays out with the rest of the group. Another thing that's going on is that Bambi is, as we say in Canada, just absolutely sassed. Like she's a good half leader in on a Mickey. Like this is like a 26er that's disappeared Those are all Canadian booze terms, people at home. But yeah, she's drinking Canadian Club. She's been having shots right out of the bottle all night, and now she's screaming. So this is like really fun. She's having an awesome time. Like at the end of the night, she's gonna look back on this as like a yay. This is going in the scrapbook.
A success. Well done. Go ahead. Take your next Benny. And sir, if you would.
I'm so
Hi there. I'm E.E. Morris, and I play the role of Marigold. And that's her voice. No, it's not. Anyway, so man, at one point I was in a room and a flaming young girl, she approached me and I was scared half to death, and she touched my arm, and strangely hurt, kind of didn't. It was somewhere in the middle. But I was like more stunned than anything. And when she disappeared, she left this this design or imprint or a scar on my arm. And so I'm trying to figure that out. Well, while I was trying to leave that, I was then escorted upstairs by a dude, and now I'm both compelled to follow but yet compelled to run away, and I picked the follow, and so now it's what's going to happen. We don't know.
Nice. Well done. Go ahead. Take your Benny. And the camera comes out of the opening credits, and it starts with the dark hallway. I'm going to move you guys over to the map. That would be helpful. The camera is looking down the dark stairwell. We see the lights flickering behind two figures as they start to emerge. As the audience, we can still hear the screaming coming from the arena exits. And so as Victoria's helping Marigold up, she glances around and what in the world? What is going on here? And the whole time, as you guys have been coming up, Marigold, you're torn between, what the hell happened to your wrist? Because the markings on your wrist, again, it looked like a burned handprint, and then the burns actually moved and swirled around, and they started to change, and they actually now they're forming some kind of bizarre markings on your wrist. And it's not pleasant as it's happening. So as you're being torn between that, and every now and then you should come upstairs, Victoria would stop, and she'd wince, and she'd glance around, and she would mutter every once, as you're coming up, oh, and she'd look behind, look forward. She's like, I can't tell where it's coming from. Oh no, something bad's going on. Something bad's happening. Well, yeah, no shit. You just had a freaking, like, a ghost. That's a ghost. You ran into a ghost. There's no denying you ran into a freaking ghost. And then when you guys get to clear the steps and you hear the screaming first. And as you come around the corner, like I said, it looks like someone has dropped the security gate to the northern exit. And you see that there's a large, chunky fellow is under the gate. And it's like you see the gate is still trying to come down on the poor kid. He hasn't seen you yet. He's trying to push it up. There are people on the other side, and there's a lot of people, and it's a horrible situation. As you guys come around, well, Victoria's eyes are wide with shock, and there's smoke starting to come out of the entrance. And it's thick, black smoke. And all you see is kids pressed up against the security gate. And you see arms sticking through the slots, the ones that can actually fit. And there's two young women that thought they would be clever and also slide under the gate, and they have also gotten themselves stuck. So the first thing I need for Marigold is I need a fear check. Because there's a lot going on, and I need to see if she can actually process this correctly. This is just fear. If you fail this, if you fail it, it'll just give you a -1 for this scene, and I'll let you know when this scene is done. Okay?
Okay. Would that be spirit then?
Yes, or you can click on that screaming face up in the middle there.
Oh, that's what that does. Okay.
Yep.
How many years have we been using this and I didn't know that?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Click
I
the
got-
pop-out button.
Yeah, I got a 5.
You
Sorry.
did. So you succeeded. Well
Yep.
done.
Boink.
There we go, buddy. Yes, so you succeeded. So you may act normal. Well, actually, because you have brave. You have brave. So
That
that
I do.
actually bumps up to a 7. So you succeeded. So good job. Congratulations. Victoria starts to walk forward, and when she sees that you're hanging back a little bit, she turns and she looks at you, and she looks back, and then she looks back at Marigold, and she puts her hand out to you. I can't do this alone. I don't need a zebra. I need a lion. And she extends her hand again towards Marigold.
Oh, and I take it and I say to her, I have your back. Let's do this, whatever it takes.
She grips your hand. She smiles and she nods, and we see the two of them turn. How do you want to try and help these poor kids? Because it's a mess. It's a horrifying mess. And what makes it worse, Everett, is as you're moving there on the other northern side, you can hear screams coming from down there too. And then just around the corner to the southern side, you can hear screams from there, and that smoke is starting to get a little thicker.
I run over to a gate and I tell Victoria to grab a side and we're going to pull it. We're going to aim for the one where the dude's under so that he can push and we can pull.
Okay. So as you're coming up, are you telling him,
Push with all you got, you fat. I mean,
Oh my God. That's terrible. Okay, so
Look.
here's what I want. The other girls have also seen this, and there's a lot of people yelling for you. A couple of them are pretty damn rude too. Rainey, what does one of the rude ones say? Because there's people pinned. There's people pinned against this gate. And when they see Victoria Marigold, one of the guys, it's a skinny guy, and he just let some rude shit come out of his mouth. What did he just say?
I want your feet in my mouth.
What? God, I love it.
Famous response.
Nate,
That explains.
Nate.
Dolan, stop being such a weirdo. I told the dean about you already.
That is Dolan. Okay, Dolan. That's gonna be a thing. Foot guy.
Please, Dolan,
Guy
please,
on the list.
Enough.
Got it. Love it. Thank you two so much. Now, what I need for the both Rainey and Nate.
Yes.
I need each of you to do me a favor. Roll me a d6.
Like just a plain
Just a
D6.
d6. Yes, this will represent. Okay, so we got 2 and 5. Okay, so the 5, Everett, the 5 will give you a +1 to your next roll. Now I'm going to roll for Marigold. Excuse me, I'm going to roll for Victoria. Excuse me. Victoria has a d8 and a d6. This is her strength to help support you. So she got a 7 and a 3. So okay, so that's another success. So you got a +2 to this next roll. So go ahead and give me Marigold's strength as she's trying to yank this up. 13, 14, 15. That's a success. That's a raise. Yes. The gate, it hums. Everyone's pushing. So there's cheering. People are, well, cheers, yes. And then, oh, shit. And people are now spilling out. Panic is starting to set in. So the next thing I need from Marigold is, you have choices now. Because now the stampede has started.
No, yeah.
what is Marigold doing? You have a litany of choices you can make now. You can help. You can get out of the way. What do you think Marigold's going to try and do?
Look, I weigh 109 pounds. I'm 5'5". I am going to disappear into the wall. I'm just going to let the world go by me for a second because
Give me an athletics roll. Give me an athletics roll. This will be resistant. I'm gonna roll a D8.
Actually,
Okay.
I know what's really funny with that is I also have a -2 to athletics, so this is gonna be really curious. So that's a 3, and I got a 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
It's your choice.
gonna Benny that. Come on. So athletics, we're re-rolling, and that's a 10. So I got it.
Why?
Yep.
Yes.
So I got an 8 after that.
Perfect. That's a success. That's a raise. That means you have avoided getting squashed. Now, Rainy, Nate, let's have you do it. Do me a favor. Roll me a D8 and a D6. This is Victoria trying to, oh my God, yes, Victoria pulling people out of the way and then strong arming
I didn't
people
fail correct.
away from us. So you got an 8. Roll me that 8 again.
Oh,
So you got a 9.
Oh.
Regardless, what's that?
oh, I thought the 1 would cancel out the 8.
No, not that kind of game.
I
Not
was
that kind of game.
like, no, Greg's gonna be so mad at me.
Right? So you got an 8, a 9, so it's a success. That's a raise. So first we're gonna start with Marigold. As the audience, what does it look like when you get that awesome dodge?
Oh yeah. So you know the scene in The Lion King when the stampede's coming down the hill and
Yep.
they just kind of duck, and it's like not even a hindrance. The people roll by, and I'm getting bumped into and so on, and hair kicked in my face or whatever by the breeze of a flock of people. But the I'm 109 pounds, sorry. And it's like I can just almost disappear into the woodworks.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Then Victoria, again, as the people start spilling out, because the gate has gone up just a little under halfway. It's just like you guys pushed. No, yeah, because it's a large entrance. So yeah, about halfway. So we're gonna say about just under 5 foot. And like there was audible crunching noise as you guys are pushing it that high up. And so now the gate's there and parts of it's bowed out. It's sitting at an odd angle and it's still going to so if it comes back down, it's going to come off the tracks, which could be helpful, could be bad. But that's still, like I said, the students are now just spilling out. And Victoria is trying to help some people up off the ground. And when somebody comes busting into her, it's just like, again, a judo chop to the throat, and the kid drops. And then someone else comes by, and she just, does an Aikido flip on another guy. And she's just there, literally, as the people come at her, she's just flip, flip, flip. And as the camera starts to go around, and we go by the southern entrance, and we see a very similar deal. People like being pushed up against the side, screaming for help. And it keeps going around just in time to see a very large man in a silver devil face mask hoist the door open and slam into Hernando, and then toss Hernando along the floor. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Bambi, Hernando, we're going to do this as a quick encounter. Okay?
I've got my persuasion's probably my strongest thing, but I have
No, go ahead. Let Rainey finish. What you got?
No, I'm just saying, like, persuasion is probably my strongest role. I have an edge retort. Doesn't say what it does though. And then I have improvisational fighter. So I could pick up like maybe like a fire extinguisher that's on the wall that's maybe within view because we're in like a public building and that would be a normal thing. And maybe use that to
whack one of these guys, right?
Yeah, whack them both. Like what I could do is maybe swing it around by the little hose.
Okay.
And then just try and like go Yamari it from.
Well, instead of a fire extinguisher, because that's awesome, except there's a problem. There's no fire extinguisher in this room. Like you can see where the hook is at, where it's supposed to be, and it is suspiciously missing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but you could easily, because again, that prick threw you into a stall, so you can easily turn around and take the back off of the toilet.
Oh, a toilet. Oh, that's
right.
yeah.
And just
I'm gonna do that.
Clunk.
Yep.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. If you want, you can do the fighting, but you gotta get that 8. It has to be at least an 8. Okay.
They have no penalties for hitting people.
Exactly. Yes. So you're fucking awesome at that shit. This chick knows how to hurt you in multiple ways, verbally and physically.
And yet I only have one. What is this? A D4?
Well, because it would be a D4 and a D6.
Now, but I get an extra vigor point because I'm drunk.
Well, that's vigor. That's vigor. So that means like for you to resist or to help for damage and stuff like that, that'll help you a little later. So you're more resilient to damage.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, so go ahead. Okay, click fighting. Click fighting.
I've got a 4 and a 1.
You got a 4 and a 1. Okay.
I could spend a Betty. I got 7.
Oh, absolutely you could spend a Betty. That's why I gave them to you.
Okay. Let's do that. Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
3 and a 4.
You got a 4.
I'm not going to use that on 4 because I'm at a 4. Now you want me to roll a D6 as well?
It's the 4 is technically your wild die. So that's where you're getting that. So you could try again.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Yeah, you always take the highest.
I have to nail it. Like,
right. Well, now if you get a 4, you get out again. You're gonna get out regardless. But we just need to figure out what kind of shape you're in.
Ew.
Okay, you got a 4. It's up to you. You got 5 more. You want to do another one?
Betty's on this.
Yeah. What you said.
11.
Yes. Yes.
Betty's a 4.
All right. So hold on to that. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think about how, because you're going to tell us how you got out of this mess.
Right.
Because you have gotten out of this mess with Lana. Nate, how do you think Hernando's getting out of this mess?
So Chuck, right now, both of them are on either side of me, right?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, because I was gonna try to like slide under them and just book it.
Oh, give me athletics roll. That's an athletics roll. Hell's yes. Okay, got a 5. You need at least an 8.
I'm gonna bet it.
Okay. Okay, again, because if you take that, it's fine. That means you got out and you took some bumps and bruises. You'll be at a -1 for the next scene.
Here's my Benny.
I love seeing that. So many bennies on the table. Here we go. 9. That is why you spend bennies, kids. Good job. Excellent. Well done. So yes, Bambi and Hernando has successfully gotten out of the bathroom with Lana. So we're going to start with Bambi. What did Bambi do to get the hell out of this bathroom?
Well, when I came out of the stall holding the porcelain lid, remember I'm in my little Calvin Klein heels and a mini skirt. So I acted like it was really heavy and I was having a really hard time carrying it. And since I'm also drunk, I did a pretty good job. So they immediately were like, oh, like, and I think maybe even looked at me and went like, oh, that's cute. Like you think you're gonna do that. And like, maybe I even made like little kitten sounds like, on my way over there. And then as soon as I got within range, just picked it up. I'm like, oh, it's so heavy.
Nice.
Boom, right on the side. And as I finished that up, boom, and then bitch slapped it back the other direction. So just when he started to put his head back up, I came and caught the other ear. And I assumed that took him down at least for a second or two.
Well, yes, it did. You frisbee the damn thing.
Nice.
and the other guy who's got one of Lana's ankles, and it's got her ankle and got her knee, and it's trying to pull her back, looks up, and he shouldn't have looked up. And all we see is the toilet lid fling go through the air, and his head jerks to the back, and he lets go of Lana. Lana quickly gets up, turns just enough to rack him once, and then grabs onto Bambi. Now, Hernando, this is the opening you need. You said that you were going to do what again? What does it look like? How does Hernando get out of here?
Is the song still playing in my ear, Chuck? It is so cinematic. Like I dodge like the first one, slide underneath like the bathroom stalls,
Love it.
flip off the other one as I just book it out.
Nice. You bump into Bambi, like, and you guys are out in the hallway. And if matters weren't bad enough, because again, remember, there's only one exit that you guys know of, and that's this front door. And it's by that front door you see three familiar figures. You see Missy, you see Jan, and you see Heather. And they're all standing there. Nate, you asked me a question, a very plausible question. Where are the security? They're there. Well, they're not sitting on the chairs by the front door anymore. They're now lying on the ground. And one of them is holding a coffee cup that has spilt around him. And they're both well, they're not dead. They're breathing. And Jan he looks back, he sees you, his eyes get big, and he turns just enough so you can see where the double doors are closed. And in his hands, he's holding a thick wad of industrial strength chain that has been wrapped around the doors. And he just looks up, I can't get them open. And he shakes them. What are the two of you doing? Because you can hear the two guys inside the bathroom are starting to recover.
Chuck, how far can I just suggest all of us just bash the doors open with our shoulder, maybe?
Okay, so
Like
you guys want to head over and you want to start trying to you guys want to start trying to muscle the door.
Wait, if we go around that
What about
Can I kick it?
Yo, yeah, okay, so you guys are up and yeah, so Hernando and Jan are taking turns, smashing into the door with the elbows. Bambi's leaning back and she's just kicking the damn doors, and we watch it, like they're moving and they're not giving. And Lana turns because again, this entrance here is very similar to the northern entrance. There's that gate down. There are kids pressed up against it. Their arms are out and they're screaming for you. Because when you guys ran by, they were like, oh, thank God, someone can help us. Someone can help us. And as you guys run by, oh, you sons of bitches. Where'd they go?
I didn't even perceive them. Look. I'm worried about my life and babe.
Right? Well, all of a sudden from the north of you guys, all of these students, all these crazed, hysterical students start running down towards the exit. And again, you guys can see the smoke coming out from the arena. And Lana goes over and she sees a panel. And as she's looking at it, she tries to open up and it won't open. And again, somebody has put cute little labeling on this, says authorized personnel only. And she looks back and we see her reach back and she smiles, and in front of her, the camera pivots. So we see what she's holding in her hand, and she's got a bobby pin in her hand.
I knew it.
And she smiles and she kneels down, and some kid's trying to grab her, and she turns and she smacks him, and she looks back and, asshole, I'll cut a bitch. And she starts messing with it. Oh, I love being old fashioned. I love being old fashioned. Fuck digital. I love analog. Come on, you fuck. I'm trying to help you, dickhead. Shut up and quit touching me. Really? Seriously, Jan? You can't shoulder the door any harder? As Jan goes back, he's holding his shoulder. I think I broke my arm. Yeah,
Oh.
I did. Look at it. His Fernando, you go back. His
Is it
arm.
dislocated?
Oh God, it's just hanging there, and he can't. You can see his fingers are twitching, spasm. They're just twitching. And he's just, I did, didn't I? Is it bad? How bad? He looks at Bambi. Is it bad? How bad is it?
I pass him the bottle.
And at first he looks at it, and if he sees the bottle, and he glances over his arm, he's like, oh, that is bad. And he flips the lid, and he starts to take a drink, and he sits down against the wall. Oh my God. And that's when you hear a cry of, just success, from Lana, as she stands up, and she kicks another hand that was trying to grab her. And she's like, I am your new Lord and Savior. The goth purple-haired chick screams as she flicks open the latch, and she hits the button, and the gate starts to go up. More of the students are now coming down. The gate's coming out. All these other students are starting to rush out. So that whole area is now getting filled with other students, and they're going right to the doors, and they're starting to crowd around you guys. And Bambi, that's when you see Tweedledum and Tweedledum have made it out of the bathroom, and they are just forcibly palming kids' heads and flicking them into walls. And they're pointing in you and Hernando and Lana's direction. What are you and Hernando and Lana? What do you guys think? What do you guys think you should do?
You got any great ideas?
Yawns, we're already a man down.
Lana backs up, and she turns, and she grabs onto Bambi. She grabs onto Hernando. Use the crowd. And she pulls you guys, and she's pulling you through the crowd, and she's going towards the arena. Like into the arena, the burning arena.
The thing we just escaped from?
Yeah. Yeah, all these kids escaped.
Lana, you're crazy. Lana, you're crazy. It's on fire. Did you not see the smoke?
Did you not see those guys? We'll find another way out.
I'd rather not burn to death.
Hold on. It's a bathroom. Legally, there have to be windows in it.
Not for the indoor arena. There's vents. There are vents, but there's not vents big enough for you to crawl through.
Okay, so
well, let's start with this. Give me a stealth roll, and I'm gonna give these guys
should be pretty good.
I'm gonna give me a stealth roll, then I'm gonna give you guys a notice roll. Then I have to go back up to Marigold.
2.
Oh, you got 3. You got 3.
Good.
Okay. You have to get at least a 4. It's up to you.
I'll spend another penny. I got
Go
4
ahead.
left.
Go ahead.
I got a 3 again.
Oh, how about Hernando?
I was just gonna say, Chuck, can I just pay a bunch of kids to like body shield me?
Right.
And Chuck to Benny. I'm gonna try the stealth thing again if that doesn't work.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Nearly's a 4. Okay. So so these guys will be on you in a second. Now, Hernando, you said, and I'll give you an option here. Okay. Okay, Hernando, you pull out some cash, and you're just like, what are you saying? There's a couple of relatively, they're guys.
Where's
Let's
the
not call them
biggest
jocks.
people at?
It's the 2 guys that are flicking people around like rag dolls and coming at you. Those are the 2 biggest people in this.
Well,
area.
I mean the people that don't want to kill me.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of guys right by you. They look like hardy boys. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna just make an announcement. Whoever body blocks for me out of the big athlete guys, I will pay them a yearly salary.
Give me a persuasion roll, because again, now this be done -2 just because all these kids are pretty panicked.
8.
You got an 8. That's a 6. That's a success. Okay. A couple of the guys look over and they see the cash, and one guy says, "Fuck it," and one of them, just like, "Are you holding up some cash?"
I'm holding up like a genuine like stack of
Okay. Okay, you know what? Then I'm gonna let you keep that 8, because you actually
Okay.
have cash in hand. And one of the guys snatches, like, not all of it, but he snatches some of it.
Yeah.
And he looks at you. What are you telling you got 2 guys, and this will buy you guys some time. Well,
This is the biggest game of your life, buddy. You need to block those guys. You
Whoa.
block them really good, I'll give you my car.
And I jump in front of him and I do the, give me a B, give me an L, give me an O, give me a C. Okay? Block him. Woo!
Well, the 2 guys are looking back, and because it's pure chaos, and they're looking around. They're like, "This is fucking crazy, right? Best school ever. Yeah, who do we gotta fuck up?" And they stop, and they see the 2 guys, the 2 freaking crazy dudes in the silver death mask. They stop right in front of these 2, and they both cock their heads. And the other 2 guys, they look down. "We're doing this for money? No, man. We're doing this for a shit ton of money. Hell yeah!" And they both slam into the guys with the mask. Okay, now that drives them back. That is going to give you guys some space. What do the 2 of you want to do? You've lost Lana. She has.
Honestly, let's do what she say and use the crowd.
Okay, so we see Bambi and Hernando are weaving their way through the people that are trying to get out, and they're going into the burning thing. Okay, Marigold, you and Victoria have gotten pretty much everyone out, and Marigold, as you just you're just trying to help people get out and go to the entrance, because again, you're blissfully unaware that the entrance has been chained off. And what catches you though is uh Victoria slams into you, and she's grabbed your wrist, and she's patting it. She grabs another kid, and practically grabs him by the throat, lifts him up, and slams him on the ground. And then she yanks his flannel shirt off violently, and she turns back to you, and she she sweeps your leg, catches you before you fall hard, and she's putting it out. She says, "But you're on fire! You're on fire!" And she's got the flannel shirt. She's on your arm, and she thinks you're on fire.
But am I?
As she pulls back, and she's looking, she's like, "Oh my God, sis, you're on fire!" And she elbows some kid away from her. He goes sprawling to the ground. You look at your arm, and you and her, we see a look of shock on Victoria's face, because as she's looking at your wrist, the burn marks that have been squiggling and moving around, they are lit up a bright orange, and it looks like electricity moving around your wrist. What's the look on Marigold's face?
Shock, horror, amazement. What's going to happen to my arm? What in the world is this? And it's yet so captivating.
Right. And not only that, but as Victoria's helping you up, you just look at the arm, like, are you trying to put the fire in quotes out? Like, what is Marigold doing?
As I look at my arm, I look back at Victoria, and I'm like, "Are you seeing this?" And
I don't even know what that is. What is, and Marigold, as you're waving your arm back and forth, You stop because as you bring it back across your body, there you see a trail of little orange flakes. And you watch the flakes go off towards the arena, but they're coming off of your arm. And as you move your hand towards the arena, the markings on your wrist get brighter.
I look at Victoria. Look, we got everybody out. I need to follow up on this. I need to see what this is doing. I need to see what this means.
Victoria doesn't know what to do, so you need a lion, right? So do you grab her and go down?
Well, I look at her. You've got two choices. You can either make sure everybody gets out of here safe and take care of them, or you can come with me and we can find the answer to what in the world my glow stick is doing here.
My glow stick, I love it. She show me.
All right. Let's
And
go.
as you guys are going into the arena, and there's still a couple stragglers, and we watch as they're kind of going around you. Marigold, you turn, and it's on the wall, directly above the entrance. At first, it just looks like some graffiti that you had seen earlier. That someone had said, "Oh, it's old, like indigenous markings, and there's to pay respect." And you had already told somebody earlier that that's not what that is. That's some Celtic design. You don't know what that is. That's nothing indigenous from around here. Well, as your arm goes up towards it, that marking, the bottom of it just flares to life. And we watch as Marigold and Victoria are watching it looks like fire, but it's not burning anything, but it's coming off of this mark and it's streaming over top of everyone, over down to the basketball court. And it looks like it's swirling around center court. And standing at center court, there's a young man standing on the ETU logo at center court, and his hands are raised up, and he's chanting, screaming up at this, what looks like a bunch of fading in and out energy that's directly above him. And then that's when you see one of the students that's trying to run out. Something, it looks like a flared, flaming hand snaps out and latches onto one of these kids, and it burns him, and he screams and he drops to the ground, and some other students pick him up and they're pulling him out, but the flame has pulled something out of him and it joins in with the energies. What do you want you and Victoria to do?
So as we see that, I look at Victoria to make sure she's, are you seeing this too? Because I'm praying I'm not going mad. And then I look at my arm and all the energy is going around. And as it intersects with him, there's a curiosity in my mind. I want to actually get closer to him and see what happens.
Okay, wait. When you say him, do you mean the student that got burnt?
In center court.
Oh, down center court. Okay, so you're going down the steps. You're going towards center court. Okay, that's perfect. I want to cut over to Bambi and Hernando. All right, real quick. What are the two of you doing? You guys you've managed to push your way through a majority of the people. There are open flames on several of the seats. It looks like there's flames coming off of the walls. Down like over center court, it's some bizarre effed up light show that they just never bothered to shut off for the band. Okay, whatever. They're dedicated. The band's gone. Like all their shit's still there, but there's no band. And your meat shields, you can hear one of them yell out, "Oh no, not his head!" And then there's an audible and as the two of you look back, you see the two big guys are now at the other end of the corridor, the narrow corridor that you guys just came down, and they're again just flicking people out of the way, trying to get to you and Hernando. Nate,
Yeah.
Rainey, what are your characters doing?
I don't
I
understand.
just say we
This-
book it.
Yeah, why are we?
I just say we book it because there has to be like a fire exit in this building.
Right. Okay. So it's just to go in here and then try to get away from these guys. Okay.
If
So here's what we're
needed,
gonna do.
if needed, we just throw the punch on the fire. Fuck, no, you put alcohol in it. Never mind.
Yeah, right. So, so here's what I need is we're gonna do a quick chase with the two of you, real fast. There's gonna be 3 rolls, and it's gonna be athletics. All right. Right now, you guys have the lead. Okay. So,
Can I help Bambi if the roll's bad?
if you roll very well, if either of you roll very well, then you can use that success instead to help the other person.
Like that?
Like that. That's a 15. That's a success. That's your raise. Okay, Bambi, give me the athletics roll. This is just you guys going through.
My last one was better. I got 14
Okay.
the first time. This is 3 of 1.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay, you got a 4. Okay. Okay, so that's a success. All right. So you got a success. Are you happy with that?
If I'm, yes,
Okay.
Success. I mean,
Okay. All right. Because if you got the 4, if you get the 8, because essentially it's a resisted roll. I'm gonna roll for these guys. They roll 6s. Okay.
Oh. I'm so
I've only
scared.
got 3 bennies left. I'll spend 1 to try one more time.
Okay. Well, no. Hold on. Hold that thought. Take that Benny back. Go ahead. Take a Benny back.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on a second. So first of all, this is for the first guy. He got a 1 and a 3. Now I rolled twice because he got the 1. I wanted to see if it was a crit fail. It did not. So the first guy failed. The second guy. Ooh. Oh. A 6, a 3. That's 12. That's 15. He caught one of you. He caught one of them. Caught one of you. So here's what I need you to do. Hold on a second. I'm gonna shuffle the deck.
Dad.
No, you don't have time right now. Okay, so we're gonna say the guy in red. Okay, so we're gonna say the guy in green caught one of you. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip over a card for each of you. Whoever got the highest card is the one that has not been grabbed. All right.
I feel like it should be Bambi. I mean,
well, he because he matched yours, so that's why I got to figure it out.
God.
Bambi, you got a 3.
Oh.
Nate, you got a jack.
Ooh.
Now, Nate, if you want to be a gentleman, you can give Bambi your card, but that means you are the one that got grabbed. And that can be you throwing yourself, like somehow getting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I can. This is my way to make sure my dad stays out of my life.
You should have let her die. What were you thinking?
No.
So Bambi, and
Yes.
he's the guy's there. Fucking hell, nothing that large should be allowed to move that goddamn fast. It's just no, that's against the rules. So, were you going down the stairs? Were you just trying to cut through the seating? Like, because again, it's a pretty steep downhill, arena seating. So, as this guy's coming up on you, for the audience, what does it look like when he's just about to catch you? Like, where were you? Were you on the steps, or were you trying to go between the seats?
I think I was on the steps.
You were going down the steps. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
And this guy was just, again, you watch as he just pushes one guy out of the way, pushes another guy, he comes out, and he tilts his head all creepy like. And he looks around and he sees you, and he hunkers down and he jumps. and he clears like 15 steps. And he lands, and he just lands perfect. He nails it, and he's right there, and he holds back a large left hand. And even up under that mask, you can see the crazy ass eyes. And you hear him chuckle, and his goes back. He's right there, Bambi. Like you slip, and you're holding on to the railing. And all next thing you know, Hernando. Well, Hernando, how do you stop this guy?
I I look at him because I also have retort. I look at him, but I'm just gonna go. Your parents fed you what when you were a child? Gamma rays. You're looking like the Hulk right now. You're green, big, and ugly, and you're scaring me. Leave her
Okay.
alone.
Okay, you could say that, but then you need to do something physical to him because you have physical.
And then I'm gonna because I still have my sword out, right, Chuck?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Can I stab him in the nuts?
Give me a fighting roll. Oh my god. Oh my god. You got a 5. You need at least a 6. So
Can
don't don't waste it on this one.
Okay.
So while you come forward, and Bambi, next thing you know, Hernando is just there. You vaguely hear him talking trash, and then he's just there between you and this big guy. And the blade comes out. It goes, between his legs, and you overextend. And then, Bambi, you watch as the big guy just loops an arm under Hernando and scoops him up by his waist and flicks him over and onto some seats to your left.
Wow.
And then he turns back and he looks at you. Where is she? Where's that violet-haired bitch? And the scene cuts, and we go down to center stage. Marigold, you and Victoria, as you're coming up, Victoria's looking at this guy, and she's like, buddy, we got to get the hell out of here, man. This place is on fire. Look, I know. It looks really cool, whatever the hell. Oh, my God. It's really hot here. But we got to get the hell out of here. And the guy, his back was to the two of you. And he turns when he looks around. Oh, Marigold. Oh, you know psycho when you see it. Oh, the look on this guy's face. Eyes are just way too big. Pupils are way too small. The smile, the Cheshire grin. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing anyone can do. And something hits him. And he staggers back. And then his arms come down. Yes. Sweet brace of immortality. And he goes back up to full height. His head lolls to the side, his back arches, and more strands of whatever that stuff is starts careening into him. And Marigold, give me a notice roll. You can add 2 to this. Your arm is excruciating in pain right now. Okay, so you got 6. You got 6. All right. So Victoria just takes a step back, and she's glancing around. She looks at Marigold like, okay, no, we got to get the hell out of here. We got to get the hell out of here. And she grabs your hand, but you pull her back. And she looks back at you with a curious look. And Marigold, you're looking around, and you can watch the tendrils of energy as they're coming off the walls. And they're coming off of, they look like old Celtic symbols on the wall. And they're coming off, and they coalesce above this guy, and then they stream down. And you can hear some screams, and any student that didn't get out in time, some of those tendrils are hitting some students because there's a couple in chairs, and they're just lulled to the side. They're shaking, and there is little bits of flame coming off of them, but they're not erupting all in flames. And there's some up on like the stairs, and there's some over by the exits. And there's energy hitting them, and then there's other energy coming off of them, and it's going down towards and above this guy. What do you want Marigold to do?
As I have this glowing energy coming off my arm and such, Do I have the ability to manipulate it as well?
You have no idea.
So I'm going to figure out if I can and try. And I'm going to try to manipulate the energy, not towards me, but away from him and the students that it's hitting.
Okay, so how exactly are you going to do that? How do
That's
you think?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I don't know if it's like a mental thing. So I'm going to try to kind of swing, like I've got this glowing stuff coming off of my arm, right? So I am going to try to throw that at him and see if it actually blocks it.
You put your hand up, some of the energy hits your right hand, and you feel it cascade down. And the warlock goes flat-footed. He glances around. He looks over at Marigold. He looks around. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? No,
I'm stopping you.
no, that's not how this works. That's not how
all
this
of
works."
this works. That's how it works.
And he steps forward. Now, Everett has a problem though. It hurts like hell when you're doing it.
I don't care.
Like Marigold's going down to her knees. Well, we got to see if you can though. I need you to give me a vigor roll.
Come on. Give us a good one. Give us a good one. Come on. And that did dick a lot. And
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm hitting the button. What's it doing? Here we go.
That's 7. Okay. So the energy hits. She starts to go down. She raises up. She's yelling at the warlock. The warlock steps forward, and all we see is a blur go past his face. And he goes flying, literally flying backwards, flops on the ground. And as he looks up, he's pissed as hell. Victoria's standing there, and she goes into whatever crazy martial arts stance she knows, and she's just staring down at him. You want to touch her? You go through me, you dickhead. Go ahead, get up. I haven't beat the fuck out of anything today, and I'm looking forward to it. The guy, he's pushing himself back. He looks around, and Marigold, you can't hold it. Like you can't hold it, and you have to pull your hand back, and you're the skin around your hand, your fingers, and up your forearm is slightly singed, and parts of it have bubbled up. Victoria,
it was a worthy sacrifice.
Oh yeah, and well, yeah, but it's still going, and it cascades into him.
Yeah.
Victoria looks and he just starts laughing, and he stands up, and Victoria's like cracks her neck, and she goes forward. Her right hand jerks back. She swings it forward, and he catches her hand, twists it, and pushes her back, and Victoria goes falling to the ground next to you.
I know what to do.
Yeah, because Victoria's like, good, because I don't know what to do, and he's going to kill these people.
I need something long that I can distract him with a great deal of pain and take out a knee. So if I can find a way to, while he's distracted, moving his arms and relishing in the power of Hades or whatever the crap it is, Celtic Hades. Anyway, I can scurry off and make it look like I'm escaping and come back from behind him and hit him with like a bar or some noise. And
you got the chairs and tables are still down there on the western side. So
are they the really good industrial steel frame chairs?
They're very, 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 very gauche, very nice chairs.
So, yes, I have a -2 to athletics, but I am going to basically just run over, grab a chair, and clock him in the head. We're going to go for the head.
Okay. So right now, Marigold's running from center court down to grab a chair. Great. Now we go back to Bambi. That big guy is stalking down on towards Bambi. And he's cracking his knuckles. Where is she? Where's your violet-haired little bitch friend? I'm going to bust her in half, and then I'm going to turn around, and he stops. Wait, that kid had a fucking sword? And he turns around. Oh, Nate, go ahead. Give me a fighting roll. Add 2 to it.
Oh, yes. 7.
No.
That's a 6. That's a six.
Okay.
That's a 7. That's a 7. So that's a success. That's a hit. Are you happy with that?
I'm gonna toss one just for the hell of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
just
so
take
that's 7. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So you've connected. So on your character sheet, go down actually for the rapier and click attack with
Yeah.
that. Okay, so we'll do, yeah, okay, so 7. Now click roll damage. Okay, so you don't get the bonus. Why did you not? Oh, you rolled a 1 and a 2. Okay. Yeah, the rapier doesn't do a lot, but you do get a +1 to the parry. So you've hit the guy, but it's a glancing blow. What does that look like
Yeah,
in your head?
I'm still like dazed from, hitting a bunch of chairs.
Mhm.
So I kind of just like make a sloppy slash, maybe like against his chest. Or just
Nice.
somewhere.
Nice. Bambi. Hernando was distracting this guy again. What is Bambi doing? Because you look down and towards the bottom of the stairs. You're about just past halfway down the stairs. You're almost onto the court itself. You see Lana poke her head out, and she's looking up at the two of you, and she's glancing around. What are you doing?
Does she seem like she recognizes this guy? Like, does she react to him in a way that implies that he knows that, like that he's there for her? Or is she just like, oh, someone else is there? Like, does she seem at all to recognize him?
Well, all that you can gather from her is that she's down there and she's clearly trying to hide from these guys, but at the same time, you can tell she's torn because apparently she has latched on to you and Hernando, and she knows that you guys are getting your asses whooped, and
Oh,
she
thank
wants to
God.
try and help,
Okay.
but she's not sure what to do.
Okay. She's is she in a closet or near a closet?
Oh
Or,
no,
like,
like you're on the stairs.
What is
And
she?
she is at the bottom of the stairs. She's like on the court, and she's like just around the corner.
Okay.
So, like
so
the stairs come down. Yeah.
She's just cowering or whatever. Okay, damn it. I was hoping that she was maybe there's another fire extinguisher. I was just hoping that she could grab something and throw it to me, and then I could turn around and action it. I'm gonna motion to her.
What, Bambi?
Go ahead.
You know what? She's where she is at. Like all along this southern side here are the tables that had the food on them.
Oh, hey, food fight. That's a great idea.
So
I'm
Food.
well, go ahead. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna like point at the food. Point like where it is, and like try to get her. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make eye contact with her, and then point at the food. I'm trying to like let her know, meet me there, and I'm gonna run down the stairs. And I was
Right. Give me athletics roll. Give me athletics roll.
No worries. I'm good with that. Hold on. I'm gonna spend a Benny. Jesus Christ, the dice hate me tonight. Okay.
So does Bambi go tumbling down the stairs?
She sure does.
So
she's also
give me
drunk.
give me a vigor roll.
All
But now
right.
remember, your vigor's up. Like
Yeah, I get close.
anyone else, I would just say no. You're taking bumps and bruises. But
Nope.
Bambi's a functioning drunk, and so this fall, anyone else it would have fucked him up. But there's a good chance that this is not going to fuck Bambi up. So go ahead, give me that vigor roll.
Yeah, round after consuming, vigor increases 1 time. So does that mean I give you 2 rolls if it increases?
What? No. What is your vigor usually?
D8.
So roll me a D10 and a D6.
I'm gonna just roll those separately over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hold on, get over here, buddy. Okay, D10. 10
Oh,
and a 6. 6.
okay. Here we
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
I'm gonna
go.
come over those stairs like fucking
So hold on. Hold on.
It's gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah, it is. So here is, first of all, for shits and giggles, I want to see this. Roll me that D10 again. Because it exploded. You get to roll it again.
7.
17. Awesome. Okay, roll me that 6 again.
6.
Roll me that 6 again.
6.
There it is. Bambi, congratulations. You have earned the goat for tonight. I will get to that to you momentarily. Roll me that 6 again.
4.
So there it is. Someone add that up real quick, because I am terrible at that shit.
22.
Nicely done. Well done, Miss Rainey. Well done. Hold on, let me find it. Where's my goat?
It's
Where's
more
my
than that.
goat?
No, it's more than that. 10 plus 6 plus
Oh, okay.
7 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4.
I'm
So
sorry. I
it's
was looking at 3 seconds.
10, 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. It's 39.
So she explodes the entire building with her brain.
Harry style, motherfuckers.
There you go. There you go. Congratulations. So yes, Rainey, you have the spotlight. What? Because like Lana sees you, she sees you pointing and she sees you starting to come down the stairs. And then all of a sudden she's like, she looks back and she's like, okay. She looks back, she raises her hands like she doesn't know. And then she watches as Bambi just boom, 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 3, 4. And looks a shock on her face. And then she tilts her head and oh my God. What is the oh my God?
I landed like in the Black Widow, like hand on the floor pose, and like also doing this, and I look fucking awesome. Like it really, I really do. I'm like 19. Like, I mean, I'm never gonna look better than I do right now, right? So like it's good. And I'm classy too. So I get up and
Right? Just dust
and
yourself
I'm like,
off.
come on. And I grab her by her little goth shirt and like drag her over to the food. And when we get to the food, I am going to be able to tell what everything in there is based on the container that it's in most
Okay.
of the time, because I've been to so many hotels and catered events in my life. Like, although this is soup, right? Or that's going to be
Right.
like something hot, that's going to be cold stuff.
Right.
So for the upcoming fight, I feel that I should get credit from the GM for being able to
Oh,
use
absolutely.
these weapons in like an important way. So, okay.
Good. So think in your head, what items are you and Lana grabbing to go back and help Hernando? Think
So
about
I'm gonna-
this for a minute, because I need to go back to Marigold real quick. Victoria has watched as you run down, and like Victoria has taken multiple swings at this guy, and it's like by the time you had the chair and you got it hoisted up, and you watch as Victoria just does a huge roundhouse punch, and it does like it stops just like a millimeter away from the guy's face. And there's an audible boom, and her hand gets shot back as she flops to the ground, and she pushes herself up onto one knee. And as you come running up, she looks back. It's getting worse. He's getting worse. What is Marigold doing? Welcome back.
I just scream, he has to be disabled. And the only way to do that, and I pause and I just swing the chair with all I got.
Beauteous. Don't roll. Don't roll. As you swing and we watch as it connects, you watch in horror as for multiple little seconds, because it goes in slow motion, the chair connects with his legs. And for a second, he actually looks concerned. And then his eyes narrow and he gets a big grin. And you watch as the chair crumples around his leg, pretzels itself, and then you get thrown backwards. And he leans down, he looks at Marigold. I told you, you can't stop me. There's nothing that can. He puts his hands up and he's going back to just letting whatever this energy go is going into him. And it's even worse is that below him, the ground is starting to, it looks like it's becoming a puddle. That's the best you can describe it. Like the ground's rippling like water below him, and it's starting to spread out.
We need to find a way. Now, then this is where my mind goes, is if he can defer and block and mentally work things around him, what can he do with physical fire? can he defend himself from that?
As you look up, the camera zooms up to the rafters, and it goes, and she just points up. How about that? Will that work? And she's pointing at the sprinkler system. Everett, give me a smarts roll, please.
Yeah. This is curious. Wow, that's a 7, yeah.
Has to success. Marigold, Victoria's looks, and Marigold, as you look up, Victoria watches as Marigold's eyes roll up in her head, and her head shakes a little bit. And when you look up, you look back at Marigold, you know exactly where you need to go. When you were being ushered into room 13 downstairs, one of the rooms you passed was referred to as Maintenance Central Control.
Okay, so I need to go down there and turn on the sprinkler valves.
And we watch as Marigold and Victoria turn, and they run, and the warlock is just cackling and said, run as fast as you can. Nothing will save any of you. And the camera's following Marigold and Victoria as they go running by. It pivots back, and we see Hernando is bobbing and weaving. The guy in the green, the guy in the red, he's at the top of the steps, and he's breathing heavy, and he slumps to the side, and his one hand is shaking because, remember, Nate, you cut this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he didn't do anything with the leg, and you cut him bad. And he looks down, and he's bleeding out, and with a shaking hand, he goes into a pocket, and he pulls out, and we hear him. Oh, shit. And he's holding the vial, except it's broken. And he just flops to the side. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And his head flops down. All you have to worry about is the guy in the green.
Oh, thank
And
God.
right now, right now, you are bobbing and weaving. And so here's what I need you to do. Are you actively defending yourself, which is essentially, it's going to raise your parry by 4, or are you going to try and fight?
I'm gonna fight.
You're going to fight? Go ahead. Give me that fighting roll. Now, my God, there it is. That's a success that you raised. So going forward, when you want to fight with the rapier, don't click fighting, click the fight with the rapier. So go ahead, click that. You'll keep the 15. You'll keep the 15. I just for damage. Go ahead now. Good. You got the 15. So success raise. Go ahead, click roll damage. So you got 7 plus 2. That's a 9. So as the blade connects, and it connects hard, and it sinks into his right arm because he telegraphs. He hoists back. Without getting into too graphic in detail, when his fist comes forward, Hernando, you just do a little swoop with the blade, and the tip goes between his knuckles. And as the audience, we know it's going down his forearm. And he lets out a high-pitched yelp, grabs
You're like Wolverine now.
Yeah, except your blade is into his arm.
Yeah.
And he yelps, and his other hand grabs your wrist, yanks your hand off the hilt, and throws you back. You manage to grab onto the railing, and he staggers back, and he's just shaking. He's like, and you watch as he grabs the hilt, and he's pulling the blade out of his arm. And he drops it, and he's staggering back, and he's looking at his arm. He's holding his arm, and he's just, okay. And you're able to scamper forward, grab the blade, and as you get your hand on the blade, 2 other individuals have managed to run up, and they're on the sides of you. It's Bambi and Lana.
Oh, thank God. I was going to be like, how many more people do you want me to die?
Bambi, I've given you some time. You and Lana both have Implements of destruction.
Yes.
Not those kind of implements of destruction. Calm down, kids. Anyway, moving on.
Implements of snack destruction. And what we're going to do is Lana has a bunch of pockets in that crazy punk rock kit, that was stuff she's got. So I'm going to point her and she's going to go and start loading all those pockets up with cans.
Okay. Oh, shit.
From drinks at the end of the table. Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw the tureen. Now, this is Texas, so I assume that's chili. And I went over the tureen, and of course it is. And it's really nice. It's a chafing dish. So it's cool to the touch. Like when you open it, it's hot, but it's on the outside. It's cool to the touch, ceramic, like outside. Because it's not plugged in. It's just been brought in, from the cook. And I open it up. Smells great. Rich, thick, meaty chili. This is Texas. They don't put beans in their chili in Texas. It's like apparently a murderable offense. So it's just meat and tomatoes and sauce and onions and smells. And I grab a big scoop, like a chili serving scoop, and grab that and put the scoop through my bra strap so it like hangs like this, and then turn it over so it locks it, and then it can just bounce up and down my back. And we both start running upstairs.
No, okay, you're there. You're there now with Hernando. What are you and Lana doing?
Lana's gonna I'm gonna they're gonna do this with some elaborate hand gestures that you can't see at home, but I'm gonna point like imagine a baseball pitching guy calling shots, right? So I'm gonna go down there, and I want you to like come up behind him and just start whipping cans at the back of his head, and then I am gonna take the front approach because again I'm drunk, and I'm gonna open up the tureen. Get the scoop back, dip in, get a big one, and then just like the Scottish caber tossers of my ancestry, I'm going to spin around in a circle a couple times so I get a good head of speed up, and then I'm going to release that hot, sexy chili right at that person, and let's find out what happens.
Hey!
I'm just like, you know what? It makes sense. Yeah, I guess.
You get the blade. You pull yourself up. The guy's clutching his severely injured arm, and he looks past, and again, even under the mask, you can see how absolutely infuriated he is. And that's when you see Bambi come up beside you, and you look up, and she's holding something. And it's like,
I know the smell of that chili.
Right. But hey, she's gonna club him or something. It's like, okay, oh thank God, all right. And instead, she ladles in and she flicks a huge chunk of it into his face, and he's blam, hits him. He stops, and he looks up, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he walks forward. His left hand jerks up. Flop! She hits him again. Flop! She hits him again. 6 feet. 4 feet. He's right there. He's on top of her, on top of you and her. He holds back. Stop it, you bitch! Hits again all of a sudden out of nowhere. Bang! And this time, he staggers. And he turns. His right arm is hanging limp at his side. And he turns, he looks up, and as he turns, right between his eyes, another can. It doesn't just hit him. It hits with such force that the can bursts in half. And all of a sudden, flop, it gets hit with more chili. And Lana is standing off to his side, and she's got the cans in one hand. She hoists it up, and Hernando, probably the sexiest fucking thing you've seen all goddamn day. She hoists the can up, and she spins it like a professional softball player, and she lets it loose. Like David versus Goliath, the can zips out at Mach 6 speed and careens in this dude's head. Now he goes to the ground on one knee. And Ilana's over there, and she kind of shakes her shoulders, and she flips up another can with her left. She catches it with the right, holds up above her head. Softball champ, motherfucker! Softball champ! She starts spinning her arm again. Flop, baby hits him with another hit in the face. Now he turns, and he's actually starting to try and stagger his way up and away from you guys. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
I'm gonna give my lick back.
Fuck yeah! What's Hernando doing?
Chuck, how close is he? Close to the railing?
Oh yeah, no, he's right there, dude.
Chuck, Chuck, can I, with every bit of monetary wealth in my body, kick him over the railing? Or like push him over?
Oh yeah. You want to push him prone?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Bambi, Hernando comes up, mule kicks this dude square in the ass and puts him face first into a step. There's an audible crunch. And when he flips over, the mask has been shifted. You know, Hernando, you know you've just broken this dude's nose. His right arm is slipped. He's covered in chili, soda, and all of a sudden, right past your head, another can goes zipping by and it misses him. And again, it blows up on one of the chairs next to you and off from behind you. Oh, shit. Sorry about that.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Real quick, and I got to go over to Marigold. What is Bambi and Hernando doing? This guy is on his back. One hand is up. His left hand is up. His right arm is flopped to the side. And he's trying to defend himself. Like one hand's up, other foot's like trying to kick out, like to keep you guys away from him. What are the two of you doing? You're looming above this guy. And
I'm gonna get.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get a scoopful of chili.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna walk back over and I'm gonna put it right over his face.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say, tell me what you want with Lana, or I'm gonna pour this right down your face. And he can see the steam coming off the chili. This chili is probably like, what would you say, 80 Fahrenheit? Like it's hot. Yeah,
it's hot.
Really hot.
It's hot.
He can feel the heat. Like he knows I'm not fucking around.
I like that. I absolutely love that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to guess intimidation. I'm automatically give you a +1 because you have the crock in one arm and you got that ladle is above his face. So if that ladle doesn't do it, you have an entire steaming, hot crock right above him. That will burn him badly.
Yeah.
What is Hernando doing?
Sword to the sternum.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's going to give Rainey, because Nate's doing that. I'm not going to have Nate roll because he's already been stabbed once, so he knows Hernando means business. Hernando's willing to hurt him. I'm going to give you a +3. +1 because of the hot burning chili that you're clearly willing to use. +2 from the rapier that's poking into this guy's sternum. So go ahead, give me intimidation and add 3 to whatever you rolled.
Both of us?
No, just you. Nate was assisting you. Okay, now hold on. That's a 4 +3. That's a 7. Okay. Are you happy with that, or do you want to roll again? And again, you'll still add +3 to this.
What's this token I've got?
Oh, that's your conviction.
Oh.
If you toss that, you'll add a D6 to whatever you've just rolled.
We got 8 minutes left in the game. What do you think? I think I'm gonna just spend the Betty for now. No, I'm gonna spend the Betty for now. Shiloh might need that conviction. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, Shiloh might need it.
Shiloh might need it. All right, hold on.
Yep, I will let you carry it. Okay. So you got a 7.
Dice night.
That's all right. All right, you got a 7. That's why you have. That's why you going. That's why you have. That's why you take it by teams. So you got a 7. So give me a second. So intimidation is resisted with spirit. He only has a D6. He's not a wild card or anything like that. And he rolled a 3. So you have beat him by 4. So that means that you have got the success. You have the raise. And with that, he starts to spill his guts. And I'll get to that in just a second. Going downstairs, we see Marigold and Victoria running down the stairs. We see them go into the maintenance room. When they get into the maintenance room, it's just a series of pipes. There's a couple of, like there's the desk, the lamp, a little computer sitting there. There's a couple of lockers. And then there's just all these pumps and pipes and levers and other mechanical apparatus. And almost directly in the middle of the fucking room, there is a large wagon, like the kind that you can fold up and shit. there's a large wagon, and in the wagon, there is a shit ton of fire extinguishers just sitting in the middle of the room, and just beyond them, tied together and gagged, are 4 maintenance workers. When they see the two of you walk in, they automatically, one of them starts bumping the other, so they all look up. When they all look at, kind of try to look at each other, then they're all bouncing and stuff like that. What is Marigold doing?
I'm gonna pull all their restraints off,
Yes.
find out what happened from him.
That fucking crazy security guard, he stun gunned us, prick. He fucking stun gunned us, and then he came down, and he's been doing weird shit all fucking day. And she points over, and there's those levers over there. Come help me out. Oh my God. Well, the other guy stops because he's getting ready to walk out. He's like, fuck this. And he stops, he looks around. Holy shit. Is that smoke? Do I smell? Holy shit. The fuck is going on?
Basically, that crazy man is in the gymnasium right now, and he's absolutely unleashing holy hell. And the only way we can basically shut this guy down is to throw water and fire extinguishers at him. That's why they're all compiled off to the side, out of access.
Victoria and the other 2 guys go over, and they start grabbing fire extinguishers. And Victoria says, help her, and we're going to finish this. Come on, guys. Go, 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 go. And the guys look, oh, shit. And they grab stuff and grab extinguishers, and they all 3 of them book out. The other lady is basically, she's up, and she sways, and she's leaning against the controller, and I'm going to tell you what ones to pull. You got to pull these levers, and you got to turn it. She's going through the instructions. So I need an athletics roll from Marigold.
Well, let's see if I can find my mouse arrow. Okay. And that's a 4, and I'm going to Benny it.
Go ahead.
Start to click on the presentation, because why not? Yes, sir.
Come on, you can do this.
I know, it's just I'm not fast with the mouse. Hold on.
It's all right.
And that's a bloody 2. I'm
got 4. You got a 4 if you want. The 4 will succeed. 4 will succeed. Okay. Wait. Or do you have penalties?
Wait a minute. What did I hit? Athletics?
Yeah.
Bollocks. I got to Benny it.
You got to Benny it. You got to Benny
it. Jeez, Pates. Cats and fishes. Come on, baby. We got to destroy this man. Otherwise, he's just going to wreak holy havoc. All right. Nope, not that. That's what I want to do. Come on, baby. And stupid mouse. And that's a 9.
There's your 9. There's your 8. That's a success. That's your 8. So within record time, lever, we watch Marigold. She's just, pulling levers back and looking back. The lady's pointing over, and she's at the control panel, and she's readjusting the flow. And as we watch this, Marigold manages to turn one of the valves, the final valve. We can hear the hiss of air, the rush of water in the gymnasium. The guy in the mask just, looks up. She's a fucking witch, man. She's a fucking witch. And she's gonna destroy everyone, man. This is our goddamn school. Our fucking school. And you know what, man? She deserves to fucking die, because she knows that she's just as fucking wham. A can clocks this dude in the temple. And he looks up, and his head flops to the side. And Lana comes up, and she has the final can. And she looks at the guy, she looks at the 2 of you, and she looks like she's going to pelt this guy again. Point blank. And then she looks back at the 2 of you, and she drops the can. And that's when you hear the pop, 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 and the entire arena starts to get cascaded with water. In the center, the warlock is bringing it in, and he looks down, and because something is off. Like, he feels great, and as he's got his hands up and he's looking around, he's just laughing as he feels the energy going into him. And then he looks down. And as the audience, we can see him looking down, and he cocks his head. Wait, what is that? Below him, the ground has opened up, and he's looking down someplace else. He can see people moving around on a blasted landscape. And he sees other things. That's the best that his mind can grasp, is things. As close to the definition, the physical representation of demon as he can get up is what he's seeing below him. And it looks like he's very high above them. And then he sees, it looks like a throne of some kind, and there's something sitting on this throne. And it looks up at him. And it stands up, and it's a person, and he looks like he might be wearing a mask. And the camera goes behind the throne, behind the individual in long tattered robes, and we see his right hand come up, grab onto the mask, and as he pulls it off, we see it looks like the inside of the mask looks wet and like maybe porcelain, but we don't see its face, but the warlock does, and he just starts to scream. And as he starts to scream, that's when the popping noises go off, and the sprinklers start to rush down, and they start cascading, and the runes that he's painted on the walls are quickly being washed away. And unfortunately for the warlock, it's too late for him. The spell is interrupted when it shouldn't have been, and he falls through the floor, and the energy continues to follow with him. But we can see as the audience that the energy is dissipating quickly. We see we see Victoria and the other maintenance men coming in, and they're blasting any of the remaining students that are burnt or burning. And then we see the front doors being broken open from the outside. And we see police and firemen running into the roost, fighting off the students that are trying to get the hell out of the roost. Smoke begins to quickly fill the arena, and the screen goes black. And when we come back, we are outside of the roost. Police and fire department and ambulances are there. University security, what's left of them, are also there. Statements are being taken. Students are being escorted back to the campus or the dorms. And we see off by one of the ambulances, we see Hernando and Bambi are sitting at the back. They have towels wrapped around them, or no, the blankets wrapped around them. And there's a couple of paramedics are checking them out, and we see a police officer walk by and looks at the paramedic. The paramedic looks up at the officer, nods. Yeah, they're good. They're a little roughed up, but they'll be fine. And the cop comes up to Hernando and Bambi, and he's got a notepad and shakes his head. All right. Well, I need a statement, and then we'll get you back, and if we need more, we'll get in touch with you. So what happened?
we got attacked. There was these two big guys. Yeah, honestly, I'm really tired. Chuck, can I please just give him like a grand to just leave us alone for the night? Come back in the morning, please.
What about Bambi?
Uh, I'm gonna have some of the chili.
Oh my God, can I have some chili too?
Yeah, I'll start dishing. Like this isn't getting better, so I'm just gonna start.
I just
You know.
uncork my flask.
So the scene shifts, and we see Victoria and Marigold, and this several ambulances away. Same deal, blanket wrapped around around them, and a different officer. This one looks a lot like um Ernest P. Worrell. Mm. He comes up. Hey there. Huh. What's like to get some information from you, you know what I mean? So huh, paramedic said you're gonna be just fine. So what happened in there, gang? And we'll get you on your way. Victoria just turns and looks at Marigold and smiles and looks back at the officer. Everett, you have the final word before we go to closing credits. What does Marigold say?
Let's just say this, officer. Fire prevention is key.
And the screen goes black and the credits start to roll. Mid-credit scene. The hospital. We're outside of it. Pine Box Hospital. Camera goes inside. It's busy. A lot of the students from East Texas University have been brought in for, contusions, breaks, smoke inhalation, a lot. So it's gotten incredibly busy. So the camera's going over this chaos of a bunch of teenagers crying and screaming and not understanding why they're not being helped right now. And it goes into an elevator. The camera sits in the elevator full of different doctors, and they're talking about what in the fuck was that? What the hell's happening? Someone went crazy up at campus and tried to burn everybody. Shut up. No. The elevator opens up. These two get out. The camera stays in the elevator long enough that we see a handsome black man step into the elevator. He's got nice leather jacket, styled blue jeans, runs his hand over his bald head. Elevator door shut, keeps going up. Ominous music kicks in as he walks out, and he just starts casually walking as there's more chaos. And he goes up to one of the tables. He leans against it, and the nurse looks up and she smiles and comes around and he smiles and, hey there. Look, I know you're going to say no, and you're going to want to know who I am, and I can't tell you any of this because I'm the bad guy, and I'm here to kill somebody because they didn't do their job correctly. The nurse looks and, what? And the whole time his left hand has been closed. And he opens it and he turns it to her, and it looks like an ornate mirror, like a compact that's been open. And she looks into her eyes, get big, and then they go gray. And her head just drops onto the thing. And he nods. Yep. God, I love this town. And he leans forward and he flips a tablet around, and he starts flicking his finger over it. He stops, nods, looks up down the hall, makes finger guns down the hall, and just walks past the people, goes into a room, and we see our friend that got covered in chili and stabbed in the arm. He's on the bed. They have him hooked up, and he turns, and his eyes, now the mask is off, and it looks like it's setting off to the side. And he's handcuffed to the bed. And his eyes get big, and they get bigger as he sees who came into the room. Shakes his head. Oh, no, Captain, no, man, please, man, we tried. Look, man, she wasn't alone. She wasn't. The door shuts, and all we hear from in the hall is screaming. And the screen goes black, and the credits continue. That's a wrap for this week. Join us again here at Radio Salad Studios, home for Savage Sessions.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and hit that bell icon to be notified when new episodes are released.
Until we see each other again,
Go out there,
be safe,
have fun,
and may the dice be with you.
always.
This game references the Savage Worlds game system, available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings, and unique characters, locations, and characters, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. This game references the Savage Worlds game system, available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings, and unique characters, locations, and characters, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group.